This is test 3 from the 2025 Little Raccoon National Enduro outside of Wellston, Ohio. This third test was an A and B only test, so the C riders got to sit out. This is going to be a chance for you guys to see how slick it was, some of the hill climbs that we had to go through, and of course, some of the shenanigans that I put myself through. Normally, I like to put out a full test section so someone can get a chance to watch as much single track as they want from the National Enduros that I am attending this year. Unfortunately, I crash on a bridge close to the end and I actually turned the camera off somehow during that crash. Also, about 2 miles in, I hit a branch and it knocked the camera down. Due to that, I'm going to intersperse some of the footage from the test so you guys can see the gnarly hill climbs, the times that I make mistakes, and then of course the bridge crash at the end. But I have to say, these 90-degree turns right here that the club put in were tough. Stop it with the 90s, guys. Off-cambers really started to get a lot more, well, off-cambery in these sections here. And then, of course, when you see random dudes sitting out on the side of the trail in Ohio, you start to wonder, what is it about this section that's about to get extremely gnarly? We're only a half mile in. Awesome. Weirdest thing at the top of this hill climb is that it actually got more slick at the top of the hill. Normally, the slick spots where the clay is would be at the bottom, right? The low spots, but not in Ohio. We climbed all the way up to the top of this hill just to get more clay and slick roots. What is happening in Ohio? There were even a few spots in the race, like this one, where there was prime dirt and actual traction. It was a magical moment on the day. Even though it did get slick after that traction spot, we also found rocks. It was interesting because Ohio does have rocks, but this race did not have many of them, except for this section. Rewatching this footage helps me realize how bad I am at staying standing in these quick, deeper ruts. I need to trust myself more and stay standing so the bike is weighted properly as I'm coming out of them. A random bike and then more fans in the woods, not a good sign. I still haven't gotten much better at choosing lines in these muddy sections yet. Here comes the limb that takes out the camera.
Ow. Okay, can't see.
That leaf that you saw drop there at the bottom of the frame was actually covering my eyes, and that happened a couple times in this test. Like later on, right after this section, I actually have to stop and remove another leaf that you can't see in the camera. So this section was actually really hard for me because half of my vision was blocked by a leaf that was stuck to my vision. But in the long run, I knew where I was at with the momentum that I needed, the ruts that were forming. I couldn't stop until now.
Hold on. Got a damn leaf blocking my vision. Whew.
I would normally cut to a couple of the crazier sections, except this was a nasty, slimy hill climb that did not stop, and you can hear multiple times my bike almost doesn't make it. But luckily, I did. Now that we're at the point that the camera angle isn't the best, I'm gonna cut you guys into and out of some of the more fun sections, so let me know what you think.
Alright, Brian, start attacking. Ride smart. Come on, Nick! Okay. Oh,
This is Grady Peavy from row 29. He had a big time on the test, so I'm guessing he got stuck and caught me after I passed him somewhere in the test. He finished 56th overall and had a few top 20s on the day. Nice work, Grady. Unfortunately, this is what a lot of this test was like, was finding riders stuck in certain spots and you're trying to figure out, do I just attack or do I try to find the right spot? I saw where Grady went, it looked good, so I said, here we go. And here comes the bridge. I have no idea why I chose the line that I did, but I did.
Oh, shit.
You can tell that the front tire got on the bridge, the rear tire didn't, and it just caught on the wood and spun me around. What a dumb mistake.
Well, I kept it upright until here.
This was just a POV from the race. I'm gonna have a full race recap soon, so make sure you subscribe.